as you can see, Carolina Herrera, and I did just recently buy a Carolina Herrera fragrance, so we'll get into that. You can probably also see my little fish children in the corner. Really high quality little shopping bag. I was like, okay, period. The box, it also, not only the bag, it came inside of this extravagant box. It's hard to say no when you're looking at fragrances at Macy's because they give you like 15 other free shit with it, or cute shit with it. And I'm like, okay, well, now I have to buy something. I mean, all of the samples in there, and they also gave me this like travel little spray. And if it's loud outside, sorry. I live on a main street, and also they're doing like yard work outside. But free samples, and they gave me a free like travel vial that I can. Anyways, as I was saying, they gave me a free travel vial that you can like refill with any fragrance you want. And it's so handy because I always keep like a travel perfume in my purse or in my bag that I have with me, and I can like fill my little travel vial with any of my perfumes in my collection once this runs out. She filled it with like Jean Paul Gaultier, the new Les Parfums Divine, and it's so good. I still have some in the travel vial. Yesterday though, I used the shit out of that thing, and I was getting compliments left and right, so I think I have another fragrance on my radar that Jean Paul Gaultier be looking real good. So anyways, this was the little box that it came in. You can see the Good Girl box in there too. But yeah, came with lots of goodies, and you can see why I ended up purchasing something. So, but today is not only about the one that I got. This is kind of just my whole Carolina Herrera collection. But since we started with the shopping bag, we'll start with the one that I did buy. And that one would be Miss Carolina Herrera Good Girl Blush Elixir. It's a damn mouthful, but basically got like $70 off. But that is because they're sadly discontinuing that one. Like what? Okay. Now, lastly, this one's stolen. This is Good Girl, the original Good Girl. This is the original Good Girl, but in a limited edition bottle. The last year winter limited edition. And I mean, are we getting like the white glitter with the snowflakes? I forgot to do the notes on the Supreme. I'll do the notes. Give me a second. And the original Good Girl is, a lot of people say it's like the party girl fragrance. Good Girl is very warm, sexy, has a little bit of a perfumey touch, but it's like warm, nutty. It's not as long lasting as the Supreme, but it's also not as nutty and like almost boozy as Supreme. This one's a little lighter, it's nutty, it still has the sweetness. It's just gonna be a little more, have a little bit more of a floral touch. And don't let it fool you though, this is a very like seductive kind of fragrance. Yeah, so this is Good Girl. Let me pull up the notes. Now, Good Girl and Good Girl Supreme have relatively similar notes, but that makes sense for me because they're both in my like fragrance genre. Good Girl. Sorry, Googling it. Good Girl, Carolina Herrera. So this came out in 2016. The OG did. That's newer than I thought. I feel like this came out in like 2010. So, Good Girl is notes of almond. Holy shit. Might I add, this hoe has a lot of notes. Okay. This is almond, coffee, bergamot, lemon. That's so random. Tuberose, jasmine, sumac, orange blossom, Bulgarian rose, orris. And in the base, we have tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, musk, amber, cashmere wood, patchouli, cinnamon, cedar. Damn. I can definitely see how I can't like pinpoint like a description for you. Like earlier I was like, it's a little perfumey. There's so many notes in it that it's like, it's almost like perfumey. That's why when people do have reviews on the original Good Girl, a lot of the times they'll say it's kind of a chaotic fragrance. It's kind jasmine, tonka bean, tuberose, and vetiver. So with this one, I'm kind of confused how it doesn't have any like vanilla or